This conference will now be recorded.
All right, folks. Hi, everyone. My name is Lisa. I work at Credo. I'm the trainer here. You can reach me at lisa.hill@credoreference.com. I'll put that into the chat box if anybody is interested. lisa.hill@credoreference.com. Any questions you guys have about the features on Credo, just send me a note. Happy to help you. I am recording this demonstration, so you can always look back on this as well. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys a little walkthrough of two of our products. Here at Credo, we are a company that hopes to be at the front, the beginning of the research process. And we have two different products that are kind of like two sides to the same coin of beginning research. So the Credo Online Reference Service package is all about finding background information on any subject that is fact-based. So, information on climate change or geography or world religion or images or video content to support a specific topic. That's Credo Reference. I'll also be showing you Credo's InfoLit modules. InfoLit, this is all about information literacy and supporting critical thinking. So while Credo Online Reference Service is basically a database where you can find facts, images, and information on a multitude of topics, Credo InfoLit modules will be a library of learning tools about how to do research, how to make sure that the information you're looking at is fact-based, how to avoid plagiarism, how to properly cite things. So both products support that beginning research. And we'll start our demonstration with the Credo Online Reference Service product. Just want to give you a thorough overview so you can talk about it in detail. I am looking at a page right now. It's my training document, and I'll send a follow-up to Glenn that he can share with everybody. This training document is found on our toolbox page, and we have it available in both Spanish and English. You can see here. I'll open up just the English version for myself. You're welcome to use my training documentation as sales tools. Our sales team here in the States do, so you might as well. So what is Credo Online Reference Service? I define it as a research starting point where you're going to find fact-based information, especially for those researchers that are new to academic research. So these researchers are probably very comfortable in Google, very comfortable in Wikipedia, but now they're going to college or university or school where they're going to be asked to do academic level research. So they have to make sure that their information is fact-based and citable. So with Credo, think of us as an academic alternative to Wikipedia, where you can find background information on any subject that is fact-based, that is citable, that is not editable. The content in Credo is all full text. We are multi-publisher. Credo is not a publisher. We take content from 100 different publishers. We have core collections, and I'm assuming most of you will be dealing with our academic core collection, which is about 700 titles. There's about 300,000 images, 1,100 multimedia files in that collection, and everything has a full citation. Here are a handful of the publishers that we work with. All of our content is originally written in English, so it's English language content. However, we do have a translation feature on the platform that will allow you to translate any of our content into any one of over 60 languages.
Hey, Lisa,
Yes.
are you sharing your screen?
Oh my gosh. My mistake. There you go. Apologies. Let me just back up quickly. You didn't really miss much. I just had some words on the page. Those are my publishers. And then I was on this page here. Thanks, Glenn. Sorry about that. The core collection that we're going to be talking about, academic core, I use this slide because a lot of libraries have recently had to weed their print reference, and a lot of librarians love that good old-fashioned reference shelf, and Credo can be treated in that way. You can open up individual titles, you can read them, browse them, search them individually, link to them individually. We also have a content set called real-time reference that talks about kind of meaty social issues that are in the news today. I would point out that real-time reference content. This is a content set within Academic Core. This content does seem to skew a bit American, but you can tell any prospect that if there's any title in their collection that they view as just irrelevant to their student body, you can suppress content. You can have our support team suppress individual titles in your title list if you find them too American or too Australian or whatever. We can definitely do that. But real-time reference will bring in content that is extremely topical, talking about social issues happening in the world at large with a slight bent toward US politics. Platform and technology, we have a few tools to help you get the most out of Credo. We have something called topic pages, which is will add in a federated search and allow you to show or include a ton of information all on one topic, all on one screen. It's kind of like a baby step into discovery. It's great for institutions that don't have a discovery service like EDS, Summon, or Primo. I'm going to show you how to treat Credo like a bookshelf for those libraries that want a bookshelf but have had to weed their bookshelf. I'll show you our mind map, which is a visual search tool. I'll show you that we have translation, saving, sharing, downloading on every single article. There's a permalink, that chain link icon on the top of every single screen, which will allow you to link directly to any page that you'd like to link to. And you can also embed content in full text with images and citations into any learning management system, whether it's Canvas, Moodle, Blackboard, D2L, Sakai. We can also fully embed content into a LibGuide. All right, so again, you're all welcome to use this training document. As I mentioned, we are trying to have all of the content in Spanish as well. So you're welcome to use anything you find on this page. And again, I'll send a direct link to Glenn to share with all of you. So let's dive into the, hold on a sec. Oh, great. All right. Let's dive into the platform and run a few searches. I will start you guys here, and you might want to start any demos up at the top where it says browse. Even though students won't necessarily start there, it's a great way to explain what Credo reference is. Click browse and then click titles. So this is an account that has an academic core title list, and that's primarily, I believe, what you'll be selling internationally. 717 titles from 100 different publishers. This is your title list. They're all full text. These are the books that will be returning article results when you run a search in Credo. You can open these books individually. You can browse through them. Each book has a table of contents page. Each book has a permalink, will allow you to link directly to this book to a LibGuide or a learning management system. Each book can be browsed, searched. So if I open up viruses, brings me to full text content, exactly what I would read if I had the print version of this book open in front of me, including any images, which I can right click on. I can save, I can copy images. I have a full citation at the bottom of my screen available in 4 different formats. And our citations and permalinks will include the institution's proxy if they have one. Then at the bottom of every article page, you see the name of the book we've pulled the article from and the ability to turn the page. So you can read any book from cover to cover. So I would recommend when you're selling, spend some time on the title list and encourage the end user to do the same. This permalink will allow you to link directly to this title list. And some people might want to do that if they do want to treat Credo like a bookshelf. But also emphasize if they want to create ready reference shelves for any subject area, they can do that. So if they're building a LibGuide or a study guide on economics, you can filter by economics. Now we're looking at 34 titles instead of 700. All of these titles are full text economics reference works. And I can click on this permalink. Subject 102 is now baked into the permalink. So I can create ready-made reference shelves. Just copy that URL, link it to my economics LibGuide page, and I have a ready-made economics reference shelf. So I'd always recommend starting with a title list and having folks dive into that. Let's go back to the search bar and run a few searches, as students might do a search on climate change. When you search in Credo, you're searching two groups of content. You're searching that title list that I just showed you. You're also searching 10,000 topic pages. We have 2 topic pages at the top of the screen, and this is a carousel. If we had more than 2, you'd be able to just scroll through them. I'll save topic pages for the end of the demo. They're a little bit different than the rest of your Credo content. Scrolling down the page, you see one of the strengths of Credo is that we are general knowledge, general reference. So while all of our articles are named climate change, they're coming from different subject encyclopedias from different publishers. So the climate change article from Encyclopedia of World Trade is going to differ greatly from the climate change article from Q Finance, the ultimate resource. So whatever the student is looking to argue, we're going to find some fact-based background information for them to build out their thesis. I'll open up climate change from Global Social Issues. This is a full text article, again, exactly what you would read if you had the print version of this book open in front of you, including any images, charts, maps, graphs. Right click on the image again, copy, save. Full citation at the bottom of the screen, and of course the ability to turn the page as well, as we did on the biology book at the beginning. Note that we can also link up to link resolvers of those institutions. The top of the screen includes some icons. You can save content. Every single article page allows you to translate the content into any one of over 60 languages. This is a machine translation and therefore may have some grammatical inaccuracies here and there. For the Portuguese speakers on the call, you could probably see 1 or 2 of them. But the neat thing about our translation feature is obviously if your end user is much more comfortable in your native language over English, it's a nice alternative, even if there's a grammatical error here or there. But also, and this is important to point out to any prospects, the permalink will pick up the filter. So I have translated that content into Portuguese. The language code is now baked into my URL, so I can take this permalink, I can email it to my Portuguese speaker, and basically I'm emailing fully translated content to my end users. All right. We also allow full embedding, so you can embed any of our content directly into a LibGuide or a learning management system. Just grab our URL right there. This is what it looks like. This is Canvas. This is content from Credo directly into a learning management system when I just grabbed an embed code and pasted it in. Back here. You can also email, print any individual page to PDF or export to Google Drive. You cannot download an entire book very easily. That's a question we get a lot. It's against the license, first of all, but also it'll take you forever. So basically, you can download individual articles to PDF, and it's, I guess, technically possible to scroll through every single page in a book and download the PDF. It would just take forever, but you might get that question, and that's the answer. You can also export content to Google Drive, or export out to your favorite citation management system, or listen to the full text using ReadSpeaker. The ReadSpeaker only works when the language is set on English. If you translate it, the ReadSpeaker functionality will disappear. All right, so that's a full text article from Credo. Rerun a search on climate change, get back to my results. We have a mind map function on the left, so you can see right away. We also have a search box that allows you to run a mind map from the search box. The mind map is an exploratory search tool. It's a great tool to use for students that don't know exactly what it is they want to write about. So this is a place where they can build vocabulary about a specific topic. My example here is climate change. We see the central concept, climate change, is surrounded by concepts related to climate change. These concepts will show up with the central concept with the greatest amount of frequency. That's why they're there. And on the right-hand side of the screen, we're essentially running a keyword search in your academic core Credo title list. You can click on different phrases to get new vocabulary words and new maps. Our maps can be printed to PDF or linked to. We also keep track of the maps that you've created. So if you want to start over again, you can do that very easily. So this is a great tool to use when you don't really know what it is you want to write about yet. You also have the option of running a mind map search right from the search bar. So let's go back. I'll run a search on Christianity. When I do demos, I tend to really switch topics and subjects just to really emphasize that we're general knowledge, general reference. You can see now I've got a Christianity mind map. I've got content about Christianity down the screen. My mind maps or my topic pages at the top, I can scroll through and see all these different topic pages. Again, we'll come back to that in a moment. Credo has over 300,000 images. The easiest way to find images, use our media facet and filter by image. And now you're seeing a list of results that contain images related to your term. And there's the image, which you can right click on, etc. We also have an image search at the top of the screen there. So you can run an image search on any topic and you'll get your image results immediately. All right, you still have all those features to translate, embed, etc. All right, so I did image search. Switch gears a bit. I want to spend a little bit of time on real-time reference. Let me do something on like disease. I'm filtered by image. Hold on a second. Take that off. There we are. So I have topic pages at the top of the screen, followed by this real-time reference filter in the middle. Real-time reference is that content that I mentioned about content that's very topical in the news and does in fact skew American. So this happens to be a topic where it doesn't. So you can see, I can click on this here. This is all fact-based, stripped of partisan language and bias, intended to just basically give folks who are starting to write debating topics information to inform their arguments. And as I mentioned again, if you do have any complaints about content being overly American, just stress that individual titles, including real-time reference, can very easily be suppressed. Not every search term is going to give you real-time reference content. So for example, if I do a search on, can't even think, Charles Dickens. We don't have any controversial topic content about Charles Dickens, so we don't get that option for real-time reference. We only see all articles. All right, let's go back to Christianity. So everything that I've shown you so far has been Credo content from that Credo title list. When we did a basic search, or when we looked in that biology title to begin, and then we did a basic search on climate change, and we saw that image of Antarctica. We did an image search on Christianity. We did a mind map search on climate change. All of that content was from your Credo title list. Topic pages are going to break that rule, basically, that every piece of content that you see on Credo is from that title list. What topic pages will do is bring in an element of federated search. So I'm going to click on the Christianity topic page at the top of the screen. You can see we have a little mind map here we can go to. So what a topic page is intended to do is kind of mimic the research process. We want you to get background information first. So this article that I've highlighted is from Credo. It's from the Brill Dictionary of Religion on Christianity. On the right-hand side of the screen, we have vocabulary building terms and topic pages. So these are all terms that are related in some way to Christianity. They're all topic pages also, by the way, and we'll come back to that in a bit. You can read the entire article by clicking the continue button. So you give background information on the history of Christianity and the message of Christianity in a very fact-based layout with link resolvers, full citation, etc. You still have all those features at the top of the screen to print out this article or translate the content or embed the article if you want to. But the real power of a topic page happens when you scroll down past that and you start seeing articles from outside of Credo and images from outside of Credo. This is ArtStore. This is YouTube's educational channel. JSTOR, CQ Press, Directory of Open Access Journals. I'm using a demo account, and therefore everything that I'm showing you is customizable. It's not going to look like this on every customer. What we're doing here is we're working with other vendors using their API to send us information, basically a little handshake in the background. So prospects, customers, whoever, they'll be able to display results from the databases that they subscribe to right on the bottom of a topic page. And you'll see that we link not only to the list of results, 135,000 results from JSTOR, but we'll list the top 3 that their API sends us. We'll also define the database. This is great for beginning researchers that don't know what JSTOR is or what CQ Press is. If you click one of these links, you will leave the Credo platform. You'll be taken to the hosting platform where there'll be we're using that library subscription. So we're basically passing the student to the library's other database where they can read the full text. Opens in a new tab, so I can very easily get back to Credo's topic page. So one thing that's important to point out to any prospects is this is a fully customizable list. We're not giving you access to things that you cannot already access. So if you're dealing with a prospect that has a lot of EBSCO databases, we will display EBSCO database results. If it's Gale, we'll do Gale. If it's ProQuest, we'll do ProQuest. We mostly work with the major vendors in terms of displaying results, as those databases those vendors I just mentioned, Gale, ProQuest, EBSCO, for example. We'll be able to display any of the databases from those 3 publishers, any of the JSTORs, Britannica's, CQ Press, and some free sites like Directory of Open Access Journals. Any of this content would be set up by the support team. Your prospects and customers would not have to lift a finger. They just have to tell us the names of the databases they'd like included, and we will set up that database. So you can see, hopefully, that this could be a very useful tool for library instruction, particularly for those schools that don't have discovery. So if I click on Old Testament and I want to learn about the Old Testament, I'm going to get background information. Once I get my background information and I have a fundamental understanding of what the phrase Old Testament means, I can expand my vocabulary over on the right and continue clicking on these topic pages, but I can also see what else my library has in terms of Old Testament content. So it's a nice little step into the discovery of other resources. And those are topic pages. I'm going to move away from the Credo reference platform so we can talk about InfoLit modules. Before I do that, I want to show you our toolbox page, which again, I'll send a link to and Glenn can disseminate. This is where you're going to find help materials for Credo reference. Everyone can ignore Credo Source. This is a totally different product for schools in the United States, and it's still being built out. So just ignore that entirely. Here you'll find the academic core content and handouts that support the academic core promotion. So if you want just a basic overview of what this content looks like, type of content you're going to find, in Credo reference. And we have little 3x5-inch shelf talkers. They can print out as bookmarks, put them on their circulation desk or reference desk, or hang them on their print shelves to say, hey, these books exist online with Credo, and you're welcome to use any of these to help spread the word about Credo in any visits that you make or calls that you make. That was the green button, and again, you click on Academic Core. The red button will give you printable materials, promotional materials, logos. You can see we've got advanced search, basic search, find a book. These are all click-through materials on specific features. So how do I use the mind map in both English and Spanish? Posters and handouts, search tips, topic page poster, mind map poster. And then lastly, we have this little, on the red box, we have the maximize Credo usage, where you're going to find links to very useful things like setting up discovery, all this kind of stuff. I'd really recommend, if you're going to be selling Credo to folks, checking out the maximize Credo usage page, because you'll get a lot of questions about, oh, how does Credo work with discovery, or can you embed, or do you have free mark records, or anything like that. You're going to find some really useful info here. All right, so before I move off of Credo reference and move to InfoLit modules, does anybody have any questions about what I just showed you? Okay, see there's a question. Oh, there's a no. Okay, that works. All right, feel free to chat them in the chat box or just interrupt me if you want. You can send them in the chat box whenever, and I'll just answer them at the end if they're about reference and I'm an IL. All right. So that was that first half of beginning research, right? Finding content to help you actually write papers on a specific topic. That's what Credo reference is all about. What Credo InfoLit modules is all about is the research process, or like not the process, but all the peripherals around doing good research. You know, what is plagiarism? How do I make sure I cite things properly? How can I determine what is fake information and fake news from what is real information and information that would be accepted by my professors? So that's what InfoLit modules is all about. It's still at the beginning of the research process, and it's still aimed at those beginning researchers. I say beginning researchers, whether you're 18 years old and you're in university for the first time, or maybe you're 45 years old and you're coming back to university after 20 years away and raising a family. Now you want to come back to an academic institution, but research has changed so much in the past few decades. So that's what InfoLit modules is all about. So what are InfoLit modules? It's a library of 60 customizable instructional assets. So what does that mean? 60 customizable quizzes, videos, and tutorials. This is all linked up and mapped to ACRL standards and some international standards as well, which I'll point out. And we have a full assessment and usage statistical suite that goes with this. So think of us as basically a bookshelf of embeddable or linkable quizzes, tutorials, and videos. On what, you might ask, but we'll get there. Why did we create InfoLit modules? To save librarians time. Library staffs are getting slashed and cut, at least here in the States. And librarians just don't have the time that they want to devote to creating these materials. So we'll do that for them. All of our content is embeddable and linkable, so you can expand library reach, because you can use any of these tools anywhere, whether it's in the library itself or it's on a learning management system or you're emailing it to someone. You'll expand the library reach. And also with our statistical suite, we'll be able to measure library impact. The lesson units, where you'll find our 60 instructional assets, are linked up or mapped to the ACRL standards. Getting started with research, sources of information, searching for information, evaluating information. So all of our tutorials, quizzes, and videos will be neatly tucked into these 6 different chapters. We have a pre and post test of 20 questions each, so you can measure the success of the course. Here are the different standards that we are mapping to. If there are standards that are different in Central or South America, just let us know, and I'm sure we can map to it fairly easily. The international standards are all somewhat similar and all cover the same things, but I just want to make sure that we're covering every standard that needs to be covered. So do let us know if there are any other frameworks out there that we're missing. Display and use of the module content, we're going to touch on this. The first way is we have a platform that you can access this material, and I'll show you what that looks like. But I would say the vast majority of our customers pick and choose the tutorials, quizzes, and videos that they want to use. They might not use all 60. Maybe they'll use only 12 or 30. And they might link them individually to LibGuides or embed them individually in a learning management system or a LibGuide. So I'll show you exactly what we offer these librarians and how to use this content. There's also tools for librarians, which we'll touch on in just a little bit. We've added a faculty module this week. One of the big pushbacks we heard from our customers was that faculty simply doesn't understand why information literacy is important. Perhaps they don't understand that it's a problem with a lot of young people that are new to research. And also faculty members are reluctant to give up class time on something that is not specifically about their topic. So we've created some materials to help librarians kind of fight that particular argument. And these are screenshots of our assessment tool of the actual statistical suite. So there are a number of quizzes in the modules, and you'll be able to get results for your students and how successful they were by quiz, by student, by question. And again, these are just screenshots of what our assessment tool looks like. All right, let's get out of here and let's actually go take a look at the platform. Now, I mentioned that this product is used in several different ways, and the way I'm showing you right now is probably the least popular way, and this is the platform. Almost none of our current customers send students to this platform. They usually just pick and choose and embed, but I will start with the platform and then kind of expand out. So this is the platform. We have a staff view. The student view will be different. See, it just says start here and home on the student view, but the faculty or the librarian view will include how to use embed codes for individual tutorials and videos and quizzes, deep links for the individual assets, and LTI links, which is to sync up with the learning management system's gradebook. So I'll click on start here, and what I'm going to do is show you an example of a tutorial, a quiz, and a video, just so you have it. Scroll down here. You can see those 6 different chapters that I showed you on that slide: getting started with research, sources of information, searching for information, evaluating information. A 20-question pre-test and a 20-question post-test. And let's just open up searching for information, and we'll take a look at a video, a quiz, and a tutorial. So I'll start with a tutorial, search techniques. Open that up. This is what our tutorial looks like. And you would basically click on these links and read through. But one of the neat things about this is every single page that I click through has this little button here, View Unit in Studio. Every single page I click. What is that? Librarians can click on that and then fully edit that individual module page. And that includes translating it. I mean, they can delete the entire thing and put in anything they want in any language they want with any images or videos they want. So they can completely customize the tutorial in any way they want. The only thing to note and mention is that if they edit a tutorial, everyone will see their edits. It's not like you can make an infinite number of edits to for different classes or anything like that. An institution would subscribe to one instance of InfoLit modules, and any edits they make would be seen by every user of that module instance. Hope that makes sense. All right, so keep in mind that everything I'm showing you here is customizable. That's what a tutorial looks like. So let me go back to the course. Let's take a look at a video, or I'll do a quiz next. All of our quizzes are 5 questions and multiple choice. So if I click on this, and it will sync up with your gradebook, or it'll sync up with our assessment tool, depending on how you're implementing Credo. If you're not using LTI integration, then you'd be getting your statistics in our statistical suite. So this is a 5-question quiz. You can see I've already taken it and just failed it. But again, note, view unit in Studio. Librarians, faculty members can completely edit the question, edit the answers. They might need a little bit of information on HTML. I'm sure somebody at the institution will have that. But again, change the language, change whatever you want, and the librarian is in charge of that. Now this view unit in Studio feature, the faculty and library has access to this, but I want to point out that if they were to buy InfoLit or subscribe to InfoLit modules, they would get a thorough training in it. It's not like we're just giving it to them and saying, good luck to you. The onboarding process would include a how to edit content, just in case they had any questions at all. So that's a quiz. Let's take a look at a video. The videos are the things that have the least amount of editing functionality. So if I open up a video on refining search results, everything peripheral can be edited. The video itself cannot be edited. So you can add something to the video display, like you put a logo up here if you want to, or add texts or anything like that, but the actual video cannot be edited. The video is in English. We can create videos in other languages, but there would be a cost associated with that. And the videos are fully transcribed. They're also closed captioned. You can slow down or speed up or watch in full screen. And we'll watch about 10 seconds. I don't think you're going to be able to hear this because I've got headphones on, but know that there is a voiceover as well. Turn off the closed captioning if you want to. We also have a scrolling transcript, so I can click ahead. And I can download the transcript as well. So those are videos. I believe that our IL module support team has created a trial for all of you to dive into this, and you can open up all of the content and explore it to your heart's content. We also have how to use. This is for librarians. I've basically covered all this in my little PDF that I shared with you, but this is for librarians that maybe weren't in on your demo and they've purchased it and now they want to dive in on their own. You'll find embed codes, deep links, and LTI links for each one of those 60 assets: videos, tutorials, and quizzes. This is where librarians can kind of pick and choose which particular asset is most useful to them. And then our instructor tab has the statistical reporting tool called Credo Insights. And I can be completely honest in that I have no idea how that works. I'm not the product demo expert on this. We do have a video, or it's being created now, that we can share with you because we share it with our prospects about exactly how to use Credo Insights. This is what it looks like. And this is basically how to find the results to all the quizzes for all the courses that you're using our InfoLit modules in. I showed you screenshots in my PDF, and that's about as expert as I am in the Credo Insights portion. But I can make sure that you guys get more information on Credo Insights. Last thing I would show you here, if we go back to my start here, and again, students aren't going to see these links, only the librarian. This is the staff view, so the student gets the learner view. But last thing I'd show you would be our faculty module. And this is something that we've built in the last year, specifically for those faculty members that are kind of giving a little bit of pushback to the librarian. So we have suggestions for using the modules for those reluctant faculty members. We also have any common technical questions. We'll show you step-by-step how to embed a module in Moodle or Canvas or Desire to Learn. Faculty module. My favorite part of the faculty module is this second one, teaching with modules. We have, as you can see, 14 different areas that faculty members might run into just when they're doing their own courses. Of course, in like comparative religions, you still need to understand academic integrity and plagiarism and intellectual property. So what we've done for those faculty members that are reluctant to give up class time and don't want to spend any time thinking about these things is we've gone through our list of assets and we've pulled out the specific areas of interest for academic integrity. So these are tutorials and videos, just 5 of them. So a faculty member can basically assign this to their students so they don't have to spend any class time on it, but basically tell the student you need to go watch the plagiarism video and understand it. Then we offer discussion topics, activities, class activities. Faculty members don't need to lift a finger. We tried to make it as easy as possible for this specific tool. Yes, I agree, Glenn. I think it is super useful. I love this. The amount of time that our team put into this to make it, to basically break down any faculty barriers is just really amazing. We've done it all for the faculty member. They don't have to do a thing. So the faculty module will also include just like a little, why is information literacy important, which a lot of faculty members might not really understand. That's like a little commercial. We also offer a tutorial on designing effective research assignments, which is just a little bonus typed in for any faculty member that might need it from our instructional designers. We have some promoting the modules. These are posters and short videos about the modules as a whole. And then standards mapping. Which visit our standards mapping site. This will bring you to the actual, you can map out, you can export the map to see how it links up to these different things. Let's see if I can do Excel, just so you can see what it looks like. So these are the individual items. These are the specific standards. You can see ACRL framework at the bottom here, showing you how it matches up with those individual areas in the framework. There's ACRL, AAC and U, all kinds of things. So you can download that link right from the modules, so you can see the standards mapping as well. All right. So I've thrown quite a bit at you today. I realize that, but I have recorded it. I believe you guys have your own demo account, so you can dive into this and click on anything you want to click on and just explore. If you want a more in-depth overview of the IL modules, if you really, because you might run into some serious questions, our product manager would be happy to do something very similar to what I'm doing today, but just specifically talk about IL modules and any technical questions that you guys might run into when trying to sell this product. All right, so that's all I've got for you today. Do you have any questions about anything that I've shared with you?
None so far. Actually, in the past, every time I open a trial, Credo wants us to do like a demo of invalid before the trials open. Is that still standard practice?
I believe so. I believe that the mission with Credo is we need to frame how we want them to think about it before they use the trial. I believe that's the process, but I can double check.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
Okay. I'll get that answer before I send you the follow-up email.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Well, looks like there are no questions. So everybody, thank you so much for your time. I will put together a follow-up email, send it off to you this afternoon, Glenn, and I'll include the recording that I'm recording right now. And any questions at all, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Okay, thank you. Everyone have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.